How's your cell service?
It's great.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You get the full...
I got like a week to go until it's 100%.
100% 5G?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you feeling good after the second shot?
Yeah, I am now.
You're about a week out of fully vaxxed, right? Is that the rule of thumb?
I'm a week away.
You're a week away. All right. Well, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And your cell service is amazing.
It is. Yeah.
Did it go right up?
Immediately. Yep. Everybody in the CVS with me. Yeah.
The 5G. Hey, welcome to While She's Napping. I'm Adam.
And I'm Cindy.
And we are joined by the babes, Chris and Sara. Welcome back.
What's up, guys?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
You know, earlier, before we started, when we were coming home, Chris was like, hey, do you think that they have like regular listeners who like now know who we are and they get excited that like we're on? I was like,
Yes.
well, duh. We're so exciting. Of course they do.
Obviously.
Nobody's
You're our
tuning into
favorite-
our podcast. Nothing
You're
there.
our favorite guest of all time.
Yay.
That is a fact.
The best guest we've ever had.
Yes.
So you want to have guests on a podcast?
Pick the same ones every time.
That's right.
Make sure you use Skype and
Yeah.
not Zoom
Like old people.
because we're boomers.
Yep.
All right. So before we start, I just want to thank everybody for listening to last week's episode. Well received because everybody likes true crime, I guess. So much so that Sara, you said you wanted to say something about our episode.
I just had a few points.
She has like
First
a
of-
written list she's referring to right now.
I do. I have a written list. I don't know if you
She
can
takes notes.
see that.
Okay.
Yeah, we came prepared.
I take
Love
notes. So first of all, this might even play into our episode, but it's weird that you guys kept calling it the man cold because we call it the man flu.
Oh,
I've heard
weird.
it called both.
That's weird. You guys are weird.
Do you say both or both?
Don't do
And
this.
here we go.
booth.
That is the correct way to
both
say
of
it.
them. The both of them.
I won't bring up the one that he brought up because I know you guys are already going to bring that up. But I'm really surprised you did not mention S-Town.
Oh, yeah. S-Town. Yeah. I mean, wasn't that the creators of Serial? Or wasn't he affiliated with Serial?
I think he's affiliated with This American Life.
Maybe that was it. Yeah.
Which was also an affiliate of Serial.
There you
And
go.
also her name is Sarah Koenig,
There
Yeah.
you go.
Thank you.
which you couldn't remember. Yeah, I guess those are my notes, except for the one that you guys will already bring up. But yeah, because I thought S-Town was like amazing. And I felt like S-Town was kind of like the next Serial when it first came out. I felt like everybody was on it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I
That's
just
good.
have a terrible memory, and it's been a long time since I've listened to it.
Well,
I remember
don't want your
enjoying
excuses,
it, but
Cindy.
Yeah. I mean,
that's always my excuse, is my terrible memory.
it's true. We've listened to so many true crime podcasts, and I don't know. You get lost in them. You just forget what they were.
For sure.
Chris, you sent us a message, and
I did.
Called us out.
pretty
I
much
did.
called us racist.
I also correct. Yeah. So, I mean, I listen to you guys like super early Monday mornings because I have zero life right now, and I was all fired up. I was like, all right, I'm getting back into the real world right here. I got to call him out. But really only because I really like that series, and what we're talking about is The Night Of. And I basically just kind of put you guys on blast because you thought it had to do with the Adnan Syed case from
Nothing.
Serial, which it has nothing to do with. I just wanted to set the record straight.
Granted, in your defense, Adam and Cindy.
He was a
No.
Middle Eastern
No.
main character, which could have been a
No.
protagonist or an antagonist,
No.
and therefore it was,
Didn't
That
have an
case.
American name
No.
like John.
No, in your defense, when we first watched that series, and before he like Googled anything or looked up anything, when we first watched that series, I was like, that series definitely felt like it was influenced from that podcast.
Yeah. 100%.
Like entirely.
Yeah.
So in your defense,
I don't see how at all. Like
what?
Yeah, how do you not?
The only parallels between the two is that the main character of the stories is somebody who's Middle Eastern. That's
not. That's completely false. The fact that he supposedly committed a crime that he didn't do, and like is all the odds are stacked up against him, like showing that like the evidence is trying to point towards like him doing it, but like he's clearly innocent, which again on HBO's documentary, sorry, I get fired up about Adnan's case. He is so clearly innocent.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up too, but you haven't seen that series in a long time, and it has really nothing to do with the actual crime that was committed in the night of.
No, I know it's
more about the legal system.
Yes.
So
yeah, for sure.
There's no parallels. It's not like he murdered his girlfriend.
It was definitely inspired by it.
I think there were elements of it that were brought in, and I remember that.
But it's a recreation.
It doesn't matter though.
No, it wasn't a direct.
No, still are never to a T.
Say what you said in your message. You said about that it was based on an actual.
Yeah, basically it was like a remake. So the BBC had a show or something called what was it called? Criminal something another. I'd have to look it up. But this wasn't like they had written this story and then like put it on HBO. This was a BBC show that they remade. The HBO like basically did a 1-to-1 like recreation of. So it wasn't like an original story that they came up with. They were just redoing it.
Okay, so it says okay, it's based off of a British series called Criminal Justice.
Yeah.
Okay, it does not say recreated. It says based off the first season of Criminal Justice.
Yeah.
But was that inspired by Serial?
Which Criminal Justice was 2008, which Serial came out way after that.
Unless they were like way before, it got mainstream and they were like, didn't
this happen in the 90s or something?
That case?
Yeah.
The Adnan case?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's guilty, by the way.
No, he's not. He's so fucking innocent. And the HBO documentary clearly shows that he's innocent. Don't even get me. Oh my god, I will literally...
murder you.
I will literally murder you dead. I will red rum you so hard.
Anyways, that's all I really want to say.
It
was just me busting some balls in the morning. That was all.
We should go down this rabbit hole on another date night. Maybe we could even watch the night of together and like break it down and talk about the similarities that we saw or something. I don't know. I think that'd be fun.
Yes.
We can
There's
have
no
a little watch
similarities.
party. Huh?
I agree. That would.
There's no similarities, but yeah.
Literally it's 3 against 1. So who is the one that is on the outs? Like
probably the person who has watched it most recently.
No, you're like what's happening right now is the 3 of us are the one set of doctors supporting the COVID vaccine. You're the doctor not supporting the COVID vaccine. It's like, oh, who should you trust? Who should you listen to?
Probably the guy that got the vaccine first out of the other doctors. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways,
all right. Well, we should keep looking into it. I'm not even gonna defend myself because I know how poorly I remember things like this. I remembered some association. I think when you first told me about it, Adam, when you told me about that, about the night of. So I don't know.
I'm not even gonna front. I just thought because the dude was Middle Eastern and he got caught in legal trouble, I said, oh, this is inspired by Serial. So notice I didn't message Chris back defending myself. I was just like, yeah, basically, that's...
Oh, my God.
Shit.
I don't want to... I'm not even being racist about it. It's just the thing that comes to mind because Serial was such a big case and a lot of it was focused on his religious and ethnic background and why he was so mistreated. And I figured... the night of sort of highlighted that a lot in the first couple of episodes. So I said, oh, this is inspired by Adnan. It's not the, apples to apples in terms of the case. It's just
elements of it.
The injustices of it.
Did you guys ever watch the HBO documentary that came out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what were your thoughts after the end of it?
Guilty or not guilty?
I don't think he's guilty.
No, he's so innocent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it was his
Cindy's
friends.
silent.
Cindy's pretty silent over there.
Pretty silent over there.
Because
Undecided.
I'm I was going to ask you, Chris, because you mentioned you were also a Sword and Scale listener. If you listened, do you have a bumper sticker yet? Have you seen those?
Okay, so when you brought all the stuff to light about Sword and Scale, like, I haven't listened to that podcast in a few years, so I didn't know anything that had happened, but I used to listen to that when I would be commuting super early in the morning at like 3 a.m., and that was the only thing that would like keep me awake, was like these super violent, graphic stories of murders. And so that was like my first true crime like thing that I really listened to. But yeah, I don't know about all the controversy. Definitely don't have any bumper stickers. I don't even know what you're talking about, really.
He's giving out bumper stickers that say #Adnan is guilty.
Oh,
damn!
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy can go suck a whatever.
#go suck a whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Get
guy.
some of those bumper stickers made,
Oh
Sarah.
my god. Yeah, I hate him now. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, no,
It's pretty-
he's so innocent.
It's pretty intense, the drama. So the only other thing I wanted to touch on from last week's episode was so a clarification from another one of our listeners about the Dr. Death podcast.
Yeah.
I kept saying nurse. I couldn't remember if it was a nurse or a doctor or exactly what the situation was. She confirmed that it was a doctor. In fact, it was a neurosurgeon who would like mess with people's brains, and
Oh, nice.
it was really
Yeah, I think
fucked up.
Dirty John was a nurse. Right? Wasn't he pretending to be working at a hospital
I
as
don't
a nurse?
think so.
I don't know.
You're
Fuck.
I
getting
think
them all
you're just getting
confused.
neuro and nurse
No,
confused.
we're trying to
Neuro
clarify.
nurse.
the neuro nurse.
Neuro nurse.
But anyway, she really that stuck with her when she had listened to that podcast of how freaky that was. So yeah,
All right. Well, hey,
we can't win them all.
we can't. But you know what we are going to win? We're going to win this battle. Today is West Coast versus East Coast. And we have, put it out there on the show before that we are the East Coast version of you guys and vice versa. At least that's what we proclaimed. Chris, you are in a unique position that you can sort of speak to both coasts, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I have
Though.
family on the East Coast, so I've
do I.
spent like several days
weekend.
on the East Coast. But no, I mean, I have a little bit of perspective from both, just from family stuff, but I've lived my whole life on the West Coast. So you could say that's a lot of bias, but yeah, I like the West Coast. I'm
Okay.
going to stay here.
Okay.
Yeah. But I also feel like I want to retire in the East Coast.
Oh.
Oh, not Florida though, right?
Ew,
No, clearly-
fuck
Clearly, she means Rhode
Florida.
Island.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like Maine.
You guys,
More
Florida
north.
is literally. Sorry, nope, never mind. To any Floridans out there, bless your heart.
Yeah, Florida
out.
sucks.
Florida is
That's not
the
East Coast.
is the anus of America.
I was
Shout out to
literally
our
just gonna say
Florida
the
listeners.
asshole. Yeah.
They know.
But you know what's funny is they all know it. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Right.
we know, we
They
know.
don't deny it.
No, they don't. Which more power to them.
You gotta own it.
You
Yeah.
gotta own it.
I mean, that's where the Tiger King is from. God damn it.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And Carol
Yeah.
Baskin.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
bitch.
so I think we're gonna start with you guys talking about what it is you love about the West Coast, so you can kind of like talk up your coast a little bit, and then you have a chance to share some stereotypes or things that you have about the East Coast. And then we can kind of chime in and either confirm what you have assumed or
Or
the
deny.
stereotypes you think about people on the East Coast, or tell you it's ridiculous and untrue. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell your coast
yeah.
to us
Yeah.
and
I mean,
rip into East Coasters if you want to.
Can
I
I
mean-
can I let him get started while I grab us another drink?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
just be careful over there.
I know. I'm being careful. Small space. We live on a boat.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's only one coast that is the best coast, and that is the one that rhymes with that because it's the West Coast. East
All right,
Coast doesn't
Dad.
have any like cool,
You've been
I'm just
thinking
saying.
about that all day, haven't you?
Yeah, I had to figure out how I was going to start this thing off. But no, I mean, when it comes to like what we have to offer on the West Coast, like specifically, we live in Southern California, so like the epitome of West Coast vibes. Like on any single given day, you can go to the mountains, you can go to the beach, you can go to the desert, you can get all those different climates, you can go to a forest, all within the same day. Like it's all there. Like we have all of that to offer as far as like geographically that maybe the East Coast doesn't have. Yeah, you guys have beaches, but like when I go to the beach, I'm not going to be wearing a jacket. Like that's not what I think about going to the beach.
Oh shit, he's just burning y'all.
So
just hitting you with the sick burns.
yeah, so stereotypes, East Coast beaches aren't really beaches. It's just like fucking cold water.
Okay, no. East Coast beaches are literally the most beautiful, soft-sanded, most incredible beaches I've ever been on.
Whose team are you on?
Yeah, Sarah, you're supposed to be talking up your coast.
No, so we have that going for us. Obviously, the weather in Southern California, specifically San Diego, you can't beat. Like people literally from all over the country move here because every single day it's fucking 68 degrees average or something. Like we could be on Christmas Day and it'd be 75. We'll be happy.
Yeah, usually it is like 75 on Christmas Day.
Like we have lack of weather, so people come here for that because it's just consistent. But on the flip side, we also burn like a motherfucker and the state's on fire all the time. So there's that. So I'll give you that point. But
I wasn't gonna reference it.
It's a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some. It's all right.
Sarah, what do you love about the good old West? Did you hear Chris's intro to this while you were getting drinks?
Oh, I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, she was right over there. Literally,
She was
2
all
feet.
the way on
over-
the other
yeah.
side of the boat.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
far.
I don't know how
I
it's
was-
constructed.
I was all the way over 3 feet from,
Oh, all right.
from where he's at. He could have probably shook my hand.
Oh.
Pretty much like at any point in the boat, like you could stand on like opposite sides of the boat and probably still touch some body part of each other.
There you go.
Convenient.
Yeah.
What do you love about the West Coast?
I mean, he makes a lot of good points, but I'm also just the one thing that you guys will know about me is I'm just not a liar. Like I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
Like I can't bullshit people. It's just not in my nature.
That's all that's in my nature.
So it's like, yes, we do have great weather, but honestly, I'm sorry. It's not all year round that we have perfect weather. Like, it's such a load of shit that used to occur, but it just doesn't anymore. We've lived on the boat for like 5 months now. I swear it's never been not cold and windy like
Yeah.
the whole fucking
But-
time.
like,
Well, wait. What's cold?
okay, yeah. So cold is like 58.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cold.
So if
That's
you have to wear a
pretty-
jacket.
I mean, we wear a jacket when it's 65.
If I have to wear a beanie,
Oh my god.
I'm surprised
we
they sell them in California.
we have to
Very
get them on
rarely.
the black market.
Very rare.
We do. We have to wear a beanie if it's like 60 degrees and a jacket and boots and jeans.
I'll still wear flip flops.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But no, I do love our weather though. It is really great. Well, it's funny because like we grew up more inland. Like we grew up probably a solid, hour and a half away from the nearest beach. So we didn't grow up going to the beach all the time.
Right.
But now that we live in San Diego and we've been here for, probably almost 12 years, we still don't go to the beach all the time.
Well, we live on the water, so what's the point?
But now we live on the water, so there's that.
Like, we physically live in the Pacific Ocean. That is our address.
Yeah, it's kind of true. I think the thing that I love most is like I love our food. I think we have great
Yes.
food.
Way better than East Coast food.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
All right, you guys maybe have like good Italian food versus what we have here, but like, you can't fuck with our Mexican food.
No, you can't.
Okay.
I don't argue with that. We
Yeah,
talked about
you-
that on our Rhode Island episode. I
You
think.
literally can't argue with that. Like we're literally like, especially even like where he works is so close to the border. Like we're the closest thing to Mexico. Like we have authentic, like legit Mexican food, and it is
Yes.
the best. Yeah. So nobody like. It's funny because even when he was working like just a couple hours north a few years ago, like even a couple hours north, like their Mexican food is like not as good as like our Mexican food in San Diego. Like it's honestly dog shit. Like what they think is good and it's not.
I would say in general, like West Coast food, and I don't know if it's just a California thing. I can't speak much about like the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
But I feel like California is a very foodie state.
Yes.
Like we have the best of like every cuisine.
Yeah.
So that's just me speaking out of bias. Like I bet you can find somewhere in California that has Rhode Island pizza that's better than that's made in Rhode Island.
No way.
I bet you that's a thing.
At least he didn't call it party pizza.
Yeah.
Well, I'd listen to the episode.
Yeah,
I know better.
clear. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that, like, I just feel like, and that's the thing, as far as, like, West Coast go, obviously we can only speak really for our experience with California, but, like, it is true, like, California is really big on, like, everything is craft, like, we're really big on, like, craft breweries and craft, like, you know, local coffee shops, like, I feel...
Artisan.
Like, everything is very craft and artisan, and, like, that's kind of, honestly, like, the snobby California way, but, like, it's also, like, what makes us... like bougie and legit, like in a sense.
I'm laughing because I literally had that in my notes for stereotypes.
Yes.
I put like artisan, snobby, coffee.
Yes.
I think was the specific
Nailed
one.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Yes.
yeah. Well, you nailed it. You got that one
Accurate
right.
Stereotype.
100%.
100% accurate. But honestly, like, it's funny because it's accurate, but it's because it's true. Like, people I feel like really care here, like people are really into, because it's just like wine, right? It's like people who like really care about like, you know, the undertones and the tasting notes and like everything. Like that's how people view beer and coffee, and you know, I just think that that's just the culture that we have here, you know.
But we're also really into selling 2 small cups of coffee for like $13. It's kind of like a California thing.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, but like I would be curious. Obviously, cost of living is just so different between the two of us. But like for us to just like go get a latte at like a craft, you know, local like coffee shop where they, you know, and that's the other thing too, is that like I have a feeling you guys don't have as much of this, but it's like it's really big on like they roast like all the beans like in shop, and it's like super fucking fresh, and like it's a really big deal, you know? And that's why we go to these places, is because we're not getting stale, you know, 2-month-old coffee that came from a big warehouse somewhere. Like, we're getting it fucking fresh from the source. But it's like, if we were to go to a latte, yeah, like a latte would probably cost like $5. And then, you
Maybe a
know,
little more.
plus maybe if you were to like tip, you know, $2 on top of that, I pay $7 for a latte, like 4 times a day, you know, totally normal. You guys don't want to see our fucking coffee bill.
Yeah,
Hell
it's
no.
outrageous.
Granted, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, what's interesting about West Coast, though, is that, I mean, you guys live it. You guys are in California. But I feel that when people think West Coast, it's automatically California, and Washington just sort of just isn't even
Disappears.
thought of. And I think it's the
Yeah.
same thing with the East Coast. They think of Boston and New York, and that's it.
Yeah.
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 And we have a litany of states all
Right.
down the East Coast, more than the West Coast does.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a big
Well,
difference
California
between...
is the size of all your states.
Yeah, so there's like
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
the East Coast, but then there's a big difference between like Maine and the southern states,
For sure.
you know, in just the culture and everything.
For
Yeah.
sure. So
Yeah.
that's what I think when people think of East Coast living, they think Northeast. I don't think the Southeast gets any, maybe Florida, because they are in a league of their own when it comes to, you know, lifestyles. But when it
Yeah.
comes to the West Coast, I feel like, and you guys can correct me, there's not much difference between people that live in California as a whole compared to Washington. I feel like it's similar all the way down in Oregon. Like it's all the way down similar.
Well,
no?
for one, nobody says Oregon.
Yeah, no.
So that
Oregon,
That
Oregon.
was adorable. Oh my
Oregon. How do
Yeah.
you say
Oregon.
orange?
Orange.
Orange. Like Orange
Orange.
County.
Orange.
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 Yeah, there you go.
Orange.
East
County.
Coast accents are definitely better than West
Oh,
Coast. I'll
they're
give you that.
so
I'll
much
give you that
better. Like,
I had that on my list too. I said West Coast boring accent.
one. Yeah.
No
No, yeah,
kidding.
for real. Like, I feel like the West Coast has a lack of personality. Like everybody who I've ever met from the East Coast always has a big personality, and you just don't find that really here.
Which, the thing that's interesting about that is, you know, being on the West Coast, I feel like we're probably the most diverse. So you would expect personality to really come from such a diverse state, but
If you don't count New York, the most diverse
Yeah.
place on the fucking planet.
And Boston.
But-
yeah.
No,
But
but
we're just so big, I mean. You know, our
Yeah.
state is so big, so it's like we have so many more people. And especially in San Diego, I just feel like we have people from all over the
Yeah.
world who live in San Diego.
specifically going back to what you guys were talking about, like when you think of West Coast, you think of California. I think even more under the microscope, I think people think Southern California.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
our state, you can go, it's like totally different from
Yeah.
SoCal versus NorCal.
Yep.
And then like Central California is like fucking the Midwest.
Bubble. Like,
Really?
Yeah, it's like farmers.
Yep.
It's super red out there.
Yep.
Like nothing like your normal California stuff.
Yep.
And then I feel like NorCal is more East
was
Coast
just
than it
gonna say
is
that.
West Coast, honestly.
Yep.
Really?
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, NorCal, I feel like feels very much what the East Coast would feel like to me when I think about the East Coast. And it is true. Like when I think when people think West Coast and they think California, it really is kind of almost more directly to San Diego. Well,
Like LA,
yeah,
San
LA,
Diego.
yeah,
Mhm.
LA to San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's the part of the state that's mostly represented in TV and movies and stuff.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
pop culture.
For
You know,
sure,
yeah.
and rightfully so, because I mean Hollywood that's
Right.
Yeah.
where it's at, you know.
There's celebrities just walking down the street getting $8 lattes. It's crazy.
Yeah. 4 times
Which-
a day.
Which, yeah, I mean, I will say, like, when I was going to cosmetology school in LA, I saw celebrities all the time.
Mm.
And it was a very, like, surreal kind of experience. But it's like people who live in LA see it all the time and, like, probably doesn't even faze them. But, like, I wasn't from LA. So I was like, what the fuck? That's Morgan Freeman. Like, what the fuck? That's Adam Sandler. Like, it was kind of trippy, you know?
That doesn't
But-
happen in San Diego.
and that doesn't happen in San Diego, no. But yeah, I feel like you guys obviously probably wouldn't really experience
No.
that.
No.
That does not happen.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes in Boston, depending on the celebrities that still live there. Like the Wahlbergs still live there.
Yeah.
Not
Mhm.
Mark, but
I guess, but that's like
Sell
a very
out.
specific example.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not. I think it's more of like if there is something that's being shot here, if there's a movie or
Yeah.
something that or
Yeah.
a TV series,
Yeah.
you might catch a glimpse of someone, but it's very rare.
It's always in Boston.
yeah,
Which I guess
it's
that's
not like
like
they
one
live
thing
there.
we have. Like we've got Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really a pro for us or not, but
Well, I mean, because they eat babies and drink their blood.
yeah,
and,
they're
you
part of the
know.
cabal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we talked about how Chris has family on the East Coast in Connecticut. Sarah, have you been out this way before?
So haven't been to Connecticut. I've been more to like the southern states. So I've been
Okay.
to my parents live in Bumfuck, Alabama.
Truth.
We have listeners from Bumfuck, actually.
Shout out to you, bumfuck, Alabama.
Shout out to all of my Alabama-ers. Roll Tide.
War Eagle. Come on.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
my
I definitely
parents,
don't think of Alabama when I think of that's like the South. to
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I have family all in like the southern like corner. So I have family in Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, I think North Carolina as well. So those are more like those are the states that I've been to. I actually feel like if I'm not mistaken, I could be totally wrong, but I'm actually pretty sure that we stopped in Rhode Island just on a layover flight one time, but like we didn't like we weren't
TF
there. We weren't like we were going to Paris, France, you know. We just stopped in Rhode Island on like a tiny little plane. It was really small. But that's my
Yeah.
only experience.
Small plane for a small
I
state.
did
Yeah.
I did grow up watching Providence though.
Mm.
That was like one of my favorite shows of all time growing up.
Never heard of it.
Of course you
And
haven't.
listening
Get
to
outta here.
Sage. That's how it's done.
And listening to Sage
Yeah.
Francis. That's
That's
my
right.
man. Fuck yeah. So yeah.
If you had to list any stereotypes of the East Coast or East Coast people that were either confirmed by us or yet to be confirmed, or maybe because of us, they sort of wiped away from you. What is it that when you think of East Coasters, let's put it this way, like New Yorkers or people from Boston, what immediately comes to your mind?
Assholes.
Yep. Okay.
No, I disagree. I don't think asshole. I think just a different personality, which I will say, like, my manager at my salon was from the East Coast, and a lot of people, like, if you don't get to know her, like, they would think she was a bitch, but once you get to know her, she's a super fucking nice person. I feel like the first thing that comes to my mind is like weird words for things that you guys have.
Yeah.
You guys
Whatever
have
could you
weird
mean?
vocabulary.
Yeah, you guys call stuff
Weird words.
super weird things, but
Like what?
No, I mean, we've talked about it on the podcast. I
Like
think a little bit
carriage?
before. Yeah, just
When we
just
go to
some
Stop
of the-
and Shop.
No, I mean, there's obviously just a difference in common items and what we would call them on the West Coast.
But it's funny
versus
because
East Coast stuff.
nobody in Oklahoma that's not the West Coast. Nobody's calling a shopping cart a carriage.
They might be. I
No,
don't know.
They're
it's
calling
very
it a
New
shopping
England-
cart. Yeah.
New England specific.
Same
slang.
thing with the bubbler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's a bubbler again?
It's a
Drinking
water fountain. Yeah.
Oh, water fountain.
Not a water fountain.
Oh,
like
yeah, it's a drinking fountain.
fountain.
God damn it.
yeah.
Oh, a drinking fountain.
Yeah, water fountain would be like something you put in your
where you
front
throw
yard
the
or-
quarters in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Call that a
very
fountain.
different.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, right.
And Rotary was another one we talked about.
Yeah, rotary.
Wait, what? What's a rotary?
What is theirs?
They call it a traffic circle.
Oh my god, that's
Right?
so many
Roundabout?
words.
No,
What
it's
do
a
you call it?
roundabout.
roundabout.
Okay, where do they call it a traffic circle?
I don't know.
Maybe that's a Midwest thing.
Rotary is so much better.
Wait, where like you literally have a roundabout, right?
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
circle, and you can get off at various parts of the circle.
Yeah, okay, that's a roundabout.
almost like
It's a
banging a
rotary.
Yui
Yeah,
banging
bang
a Yui. Yeah.
or a U-turn.
Or a U-turn.
No, bang a Yui, and side by each. Instead of side by
yeah.
side, it's side by each.
I don't even know what that means.
What?
Yeah.
Weirdos.
You don't say side by side, you say side by each.
That's so weird. That's not normal.
We also
That's what
taught
I'm
them
saying.
about grinders.
Grind is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Is that a sandwich?
Yes.
Oh,
You
yes, I
remembered.
remembered.
It's a hoagie. Do you guys
so this is
do
what I was
hoagies?
saying.
Or
Was like
sub.
there's so much more personality. I think
Yeah.
on the East Coast, like the West Coast is boring, and I'll talk up like the West Coast because it's where I live, and yeah, sure, it's great, but like I love visiting the East Coast, and like
Yeah.
my family who's from the East Coast, it's always a riot seeing
Oh,
them. They're
yeah.
so funny because they have
They're-
these huge personalities, and my mom's whole side of the family, they're all from Jersey. I mean, they live in Connecticut and kind of around that area, but very big East Coast personalities, and
They're
you just
the
don't
mob.
get that really on the West Coast. Everybody's just kind of like zen and not loud and in your face, and then you see like East Coast people.
Have you met Sarah?
But like when I said that like the stereotype for East Coasters is assholes, I say
Yeah.
that in the best possible
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like it's super fun because it's like unapologetic, like in your face, kind of like
Yeah.
loud and aggressive.
Yep.
Very.
Not like you're being like a dick to somebody. They're just
Yeah.
kind of like unapologetically loud in who they are. And
Yeah.
on the West Coast, everybody's so PC and like so like excuse me, actually the line starts back here. Thank you.
Yeah.
And, like-
yeah, totally.
And the East Coast, they'd be like, "Hey, fuckface, line's out the door."
So accurate.
If you ever said, excuse me, sir, actually the line starts over here at a Dunkin', oh man, dude. It would not end well for you.
So apparently we're like more like Canadians. We're really nice.
Yeah.
We're very nice. For the most part.
Yeah,
We've got some assholes, but they probably came from the East Coast.
Yeah.
that's probably true.
They went to LA to retire
Yeah.
or get famous. Do you guys have any other things you would like to say about the West Coast and or your stereotypes about the East Coast people, such as us?
You got anything?
Well, I just feel like all they do is drink like Dunkin' Donuts with like 14 sugars in it.
I guess, yeah, stereotype
But
is
we'll get there.
you guys like shitty coffee and all you drink is Sam Adams or like
Yeah.
Budweiser
Yeah,
or something.
all you guys drink is you out of your beer selection, you drink shitty beer to our standards.
Yeah.
And your coffee is shitty to our standards. And also, Adam, listening back to the Rhode Island episode, the fact that you drink your Dunkin' with 3 Truvias.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Buddy, that is too many.
What do you mean?
I'll have a splash of coffee with my sweetener, please.
What do you mean? It's not sugar.
No, I know. Well, I drink stevia. I know it's not sugar, but more than one is like, woo, too sweet.
No.
Adam's got a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Do you drink your coffee
any
white?
sugar.
I don't
Yeah.
eat sugar otherwise. That's my sugar intake for the day.
Yeah, do you drink your coffee white?
No, I don't even put any milk in it anymore.
Milk?
Milk.
I love you.
I don't put any milk in it anymore.
I was wondering if you guys caught that or if it was just me.
I don't put the
we got
milk in.
We are the masters.
Can't get nothing past us.
Yeah, we
I
are
don't
the
put
masters.
the leche in it anymore.
Yeah, she calls it leche.
Wait, stop. That's amazing.
I don't put the milk.
The milk.
She does say it like that, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well then, on that note, let's take a pause here, and when we
Okay.
come back, we'll win this motherfucker and prove that East Coast is Beast Coast. There you go, Chris.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Oh shit, that was pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. I'll
Hang
give him
tight.
that.
Why do you got to make fun of my milk?
We have to.
East Coast people.
East Coast, that was pretty good.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right,
said-
so you tell us, what are the things that you love about the East Coast, and what are some stereotypes of the West Coast?
Are we back? We live?
Yeah,
oh,
we're
we
back.
lied. Oh, sorry. I
back.
just apparently took over.
No, it's fine. Sorry, you're hosting the show. While Chris is napping.
I'm
Yes.
hosting the second half.
That is the truth.
You guys talk up the weather, right? For me, you have weather once, and it fluctuates maybe 10 degrees. Here, you get all 4 seasons, and this is mostly a Northeast thing, right? Because Florida doesn't
New
get
England. Yeah.
Yeah.
Northeast, yep.
But if you guys get a 1/4 of an inch of snow, it is fucking Armageddon in
Yeah.
California. If we get
Completely.
3 inches, 3 to 8 inches, it's, oh, we got to go to work today. It's not enough.
Yeah, get the
That's
shovel.
a dusting.
That's a dusting.
Yeah.
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 That's not enough. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
It'll be gone by later.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Most people move to the West Coast because of our weather. Personally, I think our weather's super boring. I would
Yeah.
love to have seasons.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's exciting when we get like half an inch of rain. We're like, oh shit, this is crazy. But I mean, People move
Seattle
here
gets a shit ton of
specifically for
rain,
that.
right?
yeah. But again, Washington, they're kind of in their own
Yeah.
bubble as far as
Okay.
West Coast things. So
And even
Okay.
just, again, from like NorCal up,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I just feel that. What the fuck do you guys do at Christmas? Like, how do you decorate
When
without
it's-
snow?
You can still put lights up.
Yeah, but it's so weird.
We put like cotton, like fake snow.
we just
around.
put the lights in the palm trees, and then we're
Yeah.
like,
Do
cool.
the window frost.
The spray.
Some people
spray
do.
frost.
Some people do.
Yeah. Or they buy like the already frosted tree.
I have never experienced a white Christmas,
Yeah.
so I don't know what
It's the
that
best.
aspect of like
Oh, I have.
Christmas is. It's just always been like, I swear I've never been on Christmas Day where it wasn't like 80 degrees. For whatever reason, December 25th is always super hot here.
Mhm.
Doesn't that seem inauthentic to you
Totally.
guys? Right? And it just seems that most, holidays and special events are based around the weather that the Northeast provides. Like, think of Thanksgiving. It's fall, it's
Harvest.
foliage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have that. You
Yeah,
guys
I've got
still
like
have-
a sick ass jacket that I never get to wear. That's like all done up, but it never gets cold enough to like wear this like nicer dressed up jacket that I'd be like, oh, this would be perfect for like a Christmas like outing type jacket, or
He's
you
talking
know.
about like a peacoat. Like
Yeah.
he's got like a nice like
Oh.
coat.
Yeah, like a coat.
He's got a coat,
And then it's
not
like-
a jacket.
You can't wear
80
it.
degrees.
I've worn it
Yeah.
one time, and it was when we went to like Colorado, and it was like snowing. That was
Yeah.
my
Yep.
heavy jacket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Peacoats are nice.
Yeah,
It's a staple in Northeast.
they are.
Speaking more to your comments about our personalities, I was going to say that specifically with the Northeast, and most of this talk is going to be about Northeast life because that's what we've experienced, even though
Yeah.
we've taken trips down south. But
We've never lived anywhere else.
no, I think you're right. I think Northeast, people on the East Coast are far more aggressive, specifically with driving,
Yeah.
which strikes me as odd because when you think of Boston, New York City, there have been so many times I've driven through Boston and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to die today. But LA has like 8 lanes of traffic.
yeah.
Mhm.
In Boston and Rhode Island and stuff, the max you have is 4.
Yeah.
So are people as courteous, like you were saying earlier about telling someone that the line starts back there or whatever? Are they like that with driving too?
Will
No.
they let you in?
Usually
if
not.
If you're coming in front of me, I'll let you in. But no,
Okay.
most people are like, they like will see someone with a blinker on and they specifically
Speed
do
up.
not let that person over. And that shit like pisses me off because I'm like, dude, this isn't like someone is saying they need to get over. Like, just
Right.
fucking let them over. We're all in this together. People, like, come on.
I was
very
waiting to see what
California.
she called Sarah. I was waiting to see what you called the signal. If you called it a blinker.
It's a
Like,
blinker.
A blinker, yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
they some people call it just a signal,
Turn
traffic
signal.
or turn signal.
Yeah.
No, we say blinker.
I thought blinker was a
Now-
New England thing.
Do you guys get because I feel like the one thing that we have in California is a lot of fucking people are assholes and don't use their blinker and just
Oh, that's
fucking
here too.
all the
merge
time.
over like
Mhm.
whenever the fuck they want. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
We have terrible
Okay,
drivers
so-
here, though.
yeah.
Like,
Asshole
I think
driving is ubiquitous.
I don't even
Worldwide.
think it's asshole driving. I think it's just people who suck at driving. I don't know if
Well,
that's like a
that
West
too.
Coast thing, but I think San Diego was actually like ranked like worst drivers in America. I don't know why that's a
No,
thing,
I
but
don't believe that.
I think they're
Um,
just bad everywhere, and people, no matter where you are, you see it happen, and you assume this has got to be the worst driving anywhere because how
Yeah.
can it be worse?
Well, Rhode Island, by like polls and whatnot, statistically has the worst roads, which probably makes them really good drivers because they have to avoid all the potholes and all
Oh,
the
yeah.
shitty roads.
Yeah,
They know how to
maybe.
get around that shit. But yeah, I feel like those in the East Coast or on the East Coast, they're far more direct. If you're close with someone and they do something to piss you off, it is a fucking battle. When they have problems with someone and they are, addressing someone that's pissing them off. Whereas,
More confrontational.
yeah, on the West
Yeah.
Coast,
we're
it's,
very passive.
I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Passive aggressive is
Yes.
like
Yes.
is a staple here.
Yes. Nobody wants to offend somebody or hurt their feelings or, yeah. And I fucking hate that shit. Like, I wish if someone had a problem with me, like, I wish that they would just say their problem rather than, like, being passive. I cannot stand, like, passive aggressive personalities. Like, that shit bothers me. So, I would agree. Like, like that in general, California people are very, like, yeah, they walk around things. They, will keep, walking around it until they can't anymore, and it's very frustrating. Yeah, I hate that. But it's true.
Good.
I was gonna say that happens here too. Maybe
Oh,
not.
I'm not
Maybe
saying
it's
it
not as
doesn't.
much of a sort of a rule or like a underlying pattern, but we've definitely experienced our fair share of non-confrontational, gossipy, passive-aggressive bullshit.
Oh, I'm not saying
Yeah.
it doesn't exist. I'm
Yeah.
saying, I don't know. I just
Like,
feel
in
like
general.
arguments here are a lot louder.
I
Yeah.
think the people are a lot louder in
You know,
general.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I was just gonna say, because again, like in California, we're very much like, excuse me,
Mhm.
excuse me, the line's back there. Okay, thank you.
Do you feel like arguments get kind of hashed out more regularly, or like,
Quicker.
no, not even like quicker, but like I feel like a stereotype when I think of like East Coast people, like they'll just like throw down and get into a fist fight and then be like, all right, cool, we hashed that argument out and like we're good. Or maybe that's just a Boston mentality thing that I'm thinking
Like
of,
amongst
but-
bros and stuff.
or just like, I don't know, I feel like people maybe on the East Coast as a stereotype I could think of is like more quickly they'll result to like, hey, let's just fucking fight real quick.
Yes.
Like, let's take this outside and then
Yes.
we'll finish this. Where like,
Yeah, like if there's a
That doesn't
confrontation,
happen
like
often
in a
on the West
bar,
Coast.
it's like, okay, let's take this outside, and like
Yes.
they'll actually go fist to fist, and then like there will be an end to it at some point. Whereas yeah, in California, if there's a confrontation in a bar, like nothing really happens.
like, can you just be like driving around on like a Saturday night, like in a downtown area, and there'd just be like fights in the parking lot, and that's a normal thing? Because that shit doesn't happen here. That would be a big deal.
I mean, we don't go out like riding around downtown on Saturday nights. Like, so we're
We have
not
a
the best
child.
people to ask.
Cindy's pregnant. And COVID.
True that.
But I know what you mean.
But,
Like it has
pre-child.
happened.
Pre-child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in our days of going out and
So we would be walking by bars and two people would be going at it and you just sort of walk around it and back on your path. It's
I
not
can-
like a whoa, it's a
Yeah.
geez, get the fuck
I
out of
can
my way.
count like on one hand the amount of times like I've seen a fist fight happen like in a public setting, and I feel like that's a normal occurrence on the East Coast. It's just like, oh yeah, some dude fucking was getting mouthy at a bar and they beat his ass.
What about when you
Yeah, I
guys were
wouldn't say
growing
it's-
up in high school? Did you guys have a lot of fights at like high school that like
we
No.
went to private Catholic school, so no.
That shit didn't happen.
Oh.
You guys were getting
But
your ass
in-
kicked by the nuns.
Yeah.
There's no time to beat each other's ass.
In middle school, yes. I went to public middle school and I remember several.
Yeah, in the public
Fist
high
fights.
schools it happens often.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think that in order to live in the Northeast, particularly, you have to be fucking just well seasoned. Like you have
I
to
get
be
that.
able to take your licks. And I do
Yeah.
believe that notion of if you can survive New York, you can survive anywhere. I think that's really true because they are ruthless in New York and specifically New York City. I can't upstate
Yeah.
New York, they're gentle giants,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But New York City, it's survive or you're fucking dead.
Yeah. I could see this kind of being true about families too, like the stereotypical, like you guys were saying about like the loud, boisterous people. And I feel like there's a lot of families, like you're saying, even like Italian families and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like people fight, there's drama, you yell. Like it's not uncommon for stuff like that to happen on the
Especially,
holidays. And then you
family
like,
disputes. You have the family yelling and the kids just watching TV in the
yeah.
background.
And like,
Yes.
but everybody, it's like you have a blowout or there's some drama or whatever. And then you get over it and then you like have
you eat
cheesecake.
dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know,
That's
I
it.
feel like that's a pretty, obviously not in every case, but I feel like that's a pretty fair stereotype if you're comparing to how you're saying it is on the West Coast.
Okay, so another East Coast stereotype I feel like is, you guys got the fucking mob.
Rhode Island was big on the mob. It's because I can only speak for Rhode Island and Boston in this regard. Maybe less Boston, more Rhode Island. It's got a heavy Italian influence, especially downtown Providence.
For
Heavy Italian. And that's why I take umbrage. Our Italian food fucking knocks yours out of the park.
Yeah,
You guys
I,
can
I
take
believe
No
Mexican,
dispute.
but we have
Yeah,
the
I
authentic
believe it.
Italian
All
food.
I believe
our
it.
bread, anything.
Yeah.
Bagels, baguettes.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Anything
Well, baguettes are
bread.
French.
No, I know.
Anything-
I'm saying
anything carb.
anything bread. It can be anything.
I know what you mean.
Like
Yeah.
scones.
Bakeries.
Carbs.
Our bakeries
Everything.
are really
Anything
legit.
that has to do with flour, we win.
Carbs.
Again, though, I feel like in California, you can find a authentic, legit like Italian spot. Where like the opposite, I feel like you cannot find a single like awesome Mexican like
Yes, you
taco
can.
shop.
Oh, you can
on the
in
East
certain
Coast.
like because there are
Yeah.
certain like immigrant neighborhoods like in Providence, you
Yeah.
can find authentic
Authentic.
Mexican food.
Yeah,
or
there's-
a lot of other different
What's
ethnic
Los
food too.
Andes? Is that Guatemalan?
I can't remember.
We have, I don't know. I don't. What's the taco shop? California Taco. There you go. Our best taco shop is called California Taco, and
That's
it
hilarious.
is legit, authentic Mexican food, and it is so good.
Well, it's as authentic as you're aware of.
yeah.
All
but
you know is all you know.
in comparison to the other quote unquote Mexican places around in
Yeah.
Rhode Island,
Right, right.
it's a league of their own.
Los Andes, by the way, is Peruvian and
Peruvian.
Bolivian.
Yeah. All right.
Do you
And that's one of the best
physically
restaurants in there.
do you physically know anybody or know anybody that knows anybody in the mob?
We wouldn't know.
Oh, well,
Right.
you
We-
do.
we
you know
suspect.
somebody.
Oh,
Get out of here. I can't say anything.
We,
for my safety.
We have our suspicions, but
Yeah,
We don't
anybody in
have-
the sanitation or the marble industry or something, they're all.
I work for a plumbing company. Let's just put it that way.
and I'm from Johnston.
Yeah. But yeah, I think our Italian food, I think our seafood probably blows yours out of the water. And that's
Have you guys ever
interesting.
had like a New England clam bake or clam boil?
Like clam
Like
chowder?
Clam chowder.
I feel like our
Chowder?
seafoods are different.
Wait, do you guys have clam chowder?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I
We
was
have-
like, are you about to tell me that's not what it's called there?
No, but do you know what a
No.
clam? Like,
We
what
have
a
three
clam,
different kinds.
a clam bake. Have you ever heard of that?
I know you guys got calamari.
Is that like a clam cake?
That's right.
I knew you were gonna say that.
the calamari
No, so
steak.
like a New England a clam bake. I've heard it called a clam boil too. It's like
You get a pot and you just throw a bunch
a
of
big ass pot with like potatoes and corn and some kind of
Sausage.
sausage or kielbasa
Yeah.
and
Oh.
shellfish.
Yeah, we have a different word
lobsters.
for that. It's called it's something with a C. It's
clam bake. Yeah. See-
no. No, oh, now I want to look that up really quick. Okay, keep talking.
I feel like our seafoods are different. Like the East Coast is very mussels, clams, like shellfish type stuff. Where like
Yep.
Lobsters,
seafood
yeah.
on the West Coast is way more like fish.
Sushi.
Well, that no,
Fish.
that,
Yeah.
no, we have
Yeah.
a lot of like shellfish and stuff here too. We live on the fucking ocean, bro.
I know, but like
So do we.
It's all-
We're
it's
the
all about-
ocean state.
Yes.
it's all about fish over here. Yeah, like you can't go somewhere and like get really fresh mussels or oysters and stuff. That's more like
You
rare.
can.
Where I feel like East Coast is like, yeah, it's fucking East Coast. That's what you get when you order
In-
food here.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the middle of the summer, we're paying $5.99 a pound for lobster.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we paid like fucking like 16
Yeah,
to 18
$17.
dollars
No.
a pound for
No,
lobster.
It's
Yeah.
cheap. It's
This
super
past
cheap.
summer
Whoa.
we got everything. We got the whole we got the nutcracker and the whole like lobster
The
utensil
lobster
set
pot
and the big pot, and we had lobsters like
every weekend.
every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Wow.
they were so cheap.
Our daughter's 2 years old, already eating fucking a
Yeah.
delicacy.
lobster every
Yeah.
week.
It's
Oh yeah, that one.
It's a clam bake.
No.
Japino?
What?
Oh, Chiappino. No,
Chiappino.
That's a
There's
little
some-
different. That's not a clam bake.
Because that one has well, from this particular restaurant has shrimp, scallops, salmon, seasonal fish, mussels, fingerling potatoes, sherry lobster, tomato broth.
Mm.
Yeah, that's more like a stew, I
Yeah.
think. It's like a seafood stew. This is
Yeah.
not a stew.
No.
It's like so everything steams. That's so you get
I've seen a
but it's,
picture of
but
this.
it's not in
Steamers.
a broth. It's not like a soupy broth with all of
No.
those ingredients. It's just all those ingredients are steamed together and then served.
It's like you got
dry.
a bucket from the ocean, filled it up,
Okay,
and
so-
put it on the stove or something. You're like, here you go.
so this is
yeah.
fancy artisan snobby California
Yeah.
version of a New England clam bake.
Why would you put salmon in there?
I've heard of Chiappino. I know what you're talking about, but it's
Chiappino,
a
yeah, that's
totally
what
different
it's
dish.
We should move on to the stereotypes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Oh, our stereotypes of the West Coast?
Yes.
So most of my list has been covered. I think it'd be hilarious just to read it to you because You pretty much said them all on your own. So I put things like Starbucks over Dunkin' and the
Obviously.
snobby coffee.
Oh, we gotta. What do you mean? Obviously,
But wait, is your idea of us picking Starbucks your version of us being snobby, or did you have it? Okay, see, because what's funny is like for us when we were already talking about this pre-recording, we were like, okay, yeah, obviously there's like the Starbucks versus Dunkin', like that for us felt like an obvious, which for us it definitely would be Starbucks, but even more so. A step further for Californians and especially SoCal is doing the local like roasted coffee shops like that is even more, it's more of like for us it's like even in the West Coast is like coffee shop, like local coffee shop versus Starbucks.
Yeah, if I had to like rank it in like quality and stuff, like I would drink McDonald's like McCafe over Dunkin' Donuts any day.
Yeah.
And then like Starbucks is shitty, and then it's like local roastery is like where it's at. Like Starbucks is still shitty in my mind, but that's just like the quick fix.
You have your West Coast version of Dunkin', and this is legit. Coffee tastes different based on the water it's brewed in, right?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
your water definitely tastes different than our water.
That's why your pizza's so good.
It's
the water.
The bread,
It's the water.
It's the
Water.
It's
the
water.
water.
It's the water, kid.
It's water.
Look, I get it. You guys like the fucking French press your stuff, and you know, I can be in work a half hour late. It's cool. I'll just tell them I French press my stuff, and they say, "Oh, you got a French press." For us, it's wake up. I gotta fucking go. I swear to God, if there are 5 people in this drive-thru, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my God, there are. Just give me my fucking bean water so I can add my Truvia to it, and I gotta drink it, and I gotta go to work. That is East Coast.
And if they make it wrong, you bitch about it.
What is that?
Okay, so we do a traditional coffee pot, right?
So
like
do
we brew a traditional coffee pot, but our coffee maker is a $300 coffee maker.
That is true.
Yeah, no, that's absurd.
And then you still buy 4 $7 lattes a day.
Yep. Yes, we do.
Yes, yes, we do.
That is correct.
Hey, decaf
just give me
only.
my bean water, and that's it. Add some milk,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Fuck up my order, and I'll be back again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off about Dunkin' is how do you fuck up a large black with skim milk? How do you
Wait, you order it black and with skim milk?
I just say not.
Because that's how they get confused.
Yeah.
I just say a large hot skim milk only. That's
Okay.
what I say.
Because if you order it black and with milk, that's a little confusing.
You know, if you order coffee from Dunkin' here, you say regular. That's automatically cream and sugar.
Right.
That's why
Not
you
like
see
regular
people,
versus decaf. That
Right.
means,
yeah.
That's why you
Wait,
see people
why-
with like white coffee.
Okay, wait. So you guys, what? So do you
Yeah.
not have like the terminology of like a cup of coffee, an Americano, a latte?
We have a latte.
Well, we have lattes.
But you just made it sound like okay, but so if you said, "Hey, can I get a regular coffee?" that automatically comes with cream and sugar?
At Dunkin'.
Oh, dear Lord.
Dunkin'
Yeah.
sucks.
So that's
Dunkin'
why
is
if
just
you-
like so much fucking sugar. It's just like, which still,
It is.
don't get me wrong, so is Starbucks, which like, you know, I don't order like the sugary drinks from Starbucks if I am going to go there. But even if I did order, I have to order it like half the amount of whatever they normally put in as like their regular recipe. It's like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean, but we can go on for hours on coffee and quality and Starbucks versus Dunkin', but I mean,
We don't drink for quality.
Yeah, see, we do. We do. Like, we want our beans to be like, okay, where were they sourced? When were they roasted?
What
yeah, how fresh is this?
Yeah.
We just want to wake up.
I just got to go to work.
If the date's not printed like on the bag or
Oh,
stamped,
yeah.
it's like, what is this garbage?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just got to get to work.
Dunkin's like a way of life.
I just
here.
need my caffeine. That's
Yeah.
it. I don't give a fuck where it's from. I just need my caffeine. What else you got?
All right, so I was totally right about that. I put nicer than people on the East Coast, but maybe not as nice as the Midwest.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
accurate. That's accurate.
Yeah. We have no
Okay.
charm.
Yeah, we have no charm, exactly.
So it's nice like the Midwest, but without the charm.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. I put liberal hippies and surfers.
I wish
feel
that was
You know
more
what?
true.
You know what, though? Is it used to be true. It used to be
Yeah.
true until this last election. Because
Yeah.
all the liberal hippies are so far left that they're right.
That's true.
Like,
And I feel that aren't a
they're-
lot of people moving from LA to Texas now?
yes.
I mean, yeah, the Joe
Well,
Roganers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all the Joe Roganers.
No. But I've heard of this migration
there
of
is,
Yes.
yeah,
people going to Austin and stuff.
There's
yeah,
a
or
lot of-
Arizona.
Arizona, Texas, Utah, Idaho. I would say are like
Utah.
the main states
Yeah.
that like a bunch of Californians are moving to. But yeah, like liberal hippies, like it's so funny because the way that they used to be was just very much like, oh, like peace and love to all, you know, and it's like, but that's not what a liberal hippie in California stands for today. Like they're so far, like they believe in QAnon. They're all anti-vaxxers. They're all like, so when I say
Gotcha.
they're so far left that they're right is like, they meet at the point where they're so far left and the people that are so far right actually then they agree.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a client of mine and I were talking today about like conservatives and like in the, you know, like Christian community and like, you know, how they're with COVID, they're just like my body, my choice. Which is like
Yeah.
so it's like they agree with like the left, but yeah, we're all sorts of fucked over here.
It's a strange
I know.
place.
As I wrote that, I was thinking about some of the things you guys have told us about when you moved onto your boat and what that community has
Mhm.
been like too,
Yeah.
and all the Trump flags and stuff that you're surrounded by. So I'm like, this is the stereotype I think I have from movies and TV and everything, but I know that that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
accurate.
feel that when it comes to, and look, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but when it comes to things that people get offended by, it's what does California think, and do we have to agree with them? Are people offended by this? Yes. Okay, so we all have to be offended by this. I feel like California sets the standard
Yep.
of
Mm-hmm.
is this offensive or is it not? Let's ask California.
Yep. That's pretty
That
accurate.
feels about right.
Yeah. So I only had two more. The one was boring accents. So we
Yeah.
talked about that. You have no
We
accent and
agree.
like not a lot of cool slang or anything.
Yeah, how do you
Confirm.
guys say milk?
Milk.
We say
All right.
milk.
I'm glad that you guys say that we have a lack of accent because I feel like a lot of people be like, oh no, there's the West Coast accent. They always default to like the Valley Girl thing, which
Yeah.
really isn't
Yeah.
even a thing.
Yeah, it's
Like
just not.
Yeah.
that, nobody talks like that.
Which
So
I am surprised that you guys didn't say that, and
Yeah.
I'm actually like, yeah, thankful
Yeah.
that you didn't say that.
that you would say we have a lack of accent. 'Cause that's what we say. We don't have one. But
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the Valley Girl thing is that's something I think that's not limited to the West Coast. I know that's where it originated, but I feel like
Yeah.
anyone from anywhere can talk like that. It's like, yeah, I
And
don't
to-
think of that as being really geographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, like that's not an accent. That's just that's a personality, which yeah, you could literally have anywhere. Like
yeah.
It happens
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it happens here too.
all the
Exactly.
time. Yeah,
Yeah. And the last one I had was that people are beautiful on the West Coast.
that's true.
Oh wow.
Oh, you
Look at you
guys,
guys.
stop it.
Hey, I didn't say if you guys confirmed or denied this stereotype. I'm just throwing it out there.
There's plenty of
We do have some really fucking beautiful.
yeah, but there's
people out
plenty
here.
of unattractive
There's
people
plenty
like anywhere
of-
else.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and this isn't an East Coast thing that I've noticed, but like there's definitely certain places like the first time I went to Alabama to go like visit where her parents are living, like I was blown away. I was like, holy shit, my wife is a damn supermodel here. This is fucking
Yes.
crazy.
Yes,
Like
yes.
everybody was very homely. Like all the women were. I was like, damn, babe, you killing it.
That was also before the weight loss. But the one thing that I will say, actually going into that is
It's just the health conscious
I
thing.
feel like Southern California, more specifically than anywhere else, is especially San Diego. San Diego is a very like health and like fitness conscious like area.
it's beach season all year, baby.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
I just feel like people are very like we do have a big influence of people who are very focused on like eating healthy, eating clean, working out. Like that's just a lifestyle that is kind of stereotypically fits in with like San Diego lifestyle, which can be included into the West Coast. So I just feel like Yeah, we do have we have a lot of very attractive people here. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that also being connected to the weather and the fact that I feel like also people in California or West Coast spend a lot of time outside and do a lot of outdoor recreation and
Yep.
exercise and
I was
stuff
just
like
gonna
that.
say that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say on the East Coast, especially the Northeast, you have that off season,
Sit on your ass
right?
for
So
4
you
months.
have the majority of the year on the Northeast is cold, right? So
Yeah.
you can put on some weight. I'm gonna fucking wear a hoodie today.
It's my
People
winter.
are none
I
the
have-
wiser.
yeah.
And then
Yep.
when summer comes, oh fuck!
It's your,
You
like,
have to go on these
winter-
crash diets right away.
It's your winter insulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keeps you warm.
Very fluctuating,
Yeah.
and
That's a-
especially in Boston,
interesting.
people because you made that comment about beer. I do think there's an element of truth to that, but I do think now it's becoming more prevalent. People drinking craft beers and stuff, and being all about the local brews and stuff. And because of that, people are putting on a lot of weight too.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Boston, it happens. People drink beer
guess,
all
yeah.
the time in Boston.
It doesn't need to be craft beer for that to happen, though.
Well, no, because the craft beer usually is more high in calories, whereas
suppose,
you
yeah.
know the shitty beers, the light beers, they're
Yep.
low in calories. Lastly, my final stereotype, and this is just something I've noticed, Chris. You can, and of course, Harry, you can prove me wrong. I feel like sports are a huge fucking deal in the Northeast, and not that big of a deal in California.
Yes and no. I think
It is religious here.
Yes, I would.
Football is religious here, but I would say
Really?
that's pretty much the
Pro
only...
football or college?
Well, we're more college, but pro.
I would say that your point is more correct than it is incorrect.
Yeah, I would agree with
There's
that.
definitely like you can go to any like family and it could be like a 50-50 shot of is this a sports family or not. Where I
Right.
feel like East Coast is like, no, you're a fucking like Patriots fan or you're not or
Yes.
something, or you like the fucking Red Sox or the Yankees or you don't. Like,
Even if you don't, you have to like a team.
Yeah.
I would say that's
yeah,
pretty
it's weird
accurate.
if you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
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 And again, I think that goes
I-
with the hippie thing. I think there's a lot of people who are more about like, oh, I don't watch sports. That's too mainstream. I surf.
What was
I
the
was right
commercial
again.
we saw? That YouTube thing. I was like, watch out!
What was that? Yeah, that surfer guy. That was from years ago.
Oh yeah, that
Hit
was
the lip. Sip one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down, Pittsburgh.
Get pitted.
Get pitted.
That was it.
Yeah, that
Is
was
that a thing?
that
Yeah,
was
that's my
here-
cousin.
Is that often?
That was here in San Diego.
That's my
Oh,
cousin.
that was me.
Yeah,
Pitted. That's what it was. That's
Totally
right.
pitted.
Get pitted.
It's,
Sip one.
it's so funny because when I was like a freshman in high school, my friend showed me that video, and the way he prompted it was, Sarah, what would be like your, and like just first right off the hand, like what's your impression of like a stereotypical surfer? And like I did it, and then he showed me that video, and I lost my shit.
I wish there was more people who actually were like that. It's
Okay,
pretty
so
rare
it's-
to
yeah,
find that.
yeah, you don't,
Oh.
yeah, you don't find people
That
quite
sucks.
like that.
Yeah.
That disappoints
But
me.
they do
I think
Because
exist.
the
I saw that.
stereotype about Northeastern people,
Yeah.
you'll find them
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But the stereotype, like that dude, if he's like, where's Waldo, where you guys
Yeah.
are
It's
at,
kinda
I'm
rare.
disappointed.
Yeah.
That guy's
I
a
was gonna say,
gem.
I'm pretty sure we
Well-
saw that video, like on our way to when we visited
Santa
California.
Clara, I think we were
we
going
went.
to.
Well, we went to San Francisco for that
Yeah.
our friend's wedding.
That's basically New England.
Yeah.
So we fit right in, I guess. But yeah,
I felt comfortable.
yeah.
You felt at
But
home.
we were saying that the whole
Calamari wasn't that good, though.
trip, the pitted thing.
You know, it's funny because now that I'm thinking about it, is I feel like we actually don't really have that as much in San Diego, because I feel like San Diego is just like filled with more like intelligent people. But like I feel like that actually is more of a thing in like Newport or like
Yeah.
Huntington
Yeah.
and Orange County. Like you would find that personality a lot more there.
Yeah,
Because they're.
I'd
fucking
agree with
dumb.
that.
Hey, we have a Newport.
We
so
do
Oh shit!
Yeah. There we go.
Is it called Newport or Newport Beach?
Newport.
just Newport.
Yeah, we
we're
have Newport
we're Newport
Beach.
Beach.
Oh, Newport.
Newport.
Newport
Smack
kid.
the lips. Sip wah.
Pitted.
Get pitted.
Did it like that.
Totally pitted. That's
So-
how I said it.
We have all 4 seasons. We have way better bread. We're on time for work. Because we're not waiting for our French press. Although
And we
we
cut
are waiting
everybody
in
off
line.
in traffic.
Yes. It's fucking go time. If it says 35 minutes on the GPS, we're there in 20.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I think we win.
Agree to disagree, but I do want to visit the East Coast more for sure. As much as like I live on the West Coast, I love the West Coast, but like I fucking love visiting the East Coast.
Yeah,
Like I want to do that more, so
Come hang out.
we are.
we plan on it.
You are our yeah, like you guys are gonna be our first trip.
Post-COVID travel.
Yes.
2030, mark your calendars.
Yeah.
I already told Chris, I was like, babe, as soon as like we can travel again, like I already know the first place I want to go. I want to go see Adam and Cindy.
Calamari
Alright.
State.
Calamari
The
State.
calamari comeback state.
That's right.
We'll hit up Newport. Make sure you have heels on so you can triple all over the cobblestones.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
We
own
want hot
heels.
wieners and a coffee milk.
Oh,
Oh,
There you
dude.
go.
I really
will
do.
vomit.
Oh, the other thing that I really want to try is like, what was that pizza you guys were talking about? That's like literally just bread and sauce.
Party
Rhode
pizza.
Island
Island
pizza.
What?
Party pizza.
Rhode Island pizza.
No, Rhode Island pizza, not party
Yeah.
pizza.
Don't fucking call it party pizza.
No, I want a slice of Rhode Island pizza. Because, you know, like, honestly, more times than not, like, when I, like, literally just the other weekend, we stayed at a hotel and bought, like, a giant-ass pizza at, like, 10 o'clock at night. And, like, when you get to the end and you're getting full, I actually, like, I take off all the toppings and then just eat the bread with, like,
Yeah.
this. Oh, it's, like, that is the best. Like, I wish I could just eat that all the time. Is that what that's like?
Party pizza.
Yeah, but
Pretty much.
it's a thicker layer of sauce. It's about like a half-inch layer of red sauce.
That sounds a little too much.
No. Go all in. Trust me. Don't mess with perfection. You don't have to. Especially if you get a corner.
Oh, I'm not. I like the
Oh,
middle.
I love the corners.
The more sauce, the better.
Do
Give
you
me the
guys like to
corners.
dip your pizza in ranch?
No.
That's
I don't
not
like
a thing.
creamy
But I
white
know
stuff in my
people who
mouth.
do.
Okay.
I know. I do know a lot of people who put ranch on everything.
Do-
I don't know if that's an East Coast thing.
Ranch or blue cheese on your wings.
Neither.
Blue cheese.
Yeah,
That's an East Coast thing for sure.
ranch. Wait. Do you guys know anybody, or do you guys who
I don't know anyone.
anyone who likes to dip their pizza crust in honey?
No.
No.
That's
Oh,
not a thing.
That's not a thing. Okay.
It's
That's
like
not a thing here
garlic.
either.
That is a thing here.
That's not a thing here.
Yes, it is.
Is that just a Sara thing?
That's a Sarah thing.
No.
Like the milk and like milk before cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
just
milk.
that's just
Yeah.
her.
I told Cindy that I don't do that anymore because you shamed me so much.
Yeah, because you're a fucking monster.
Adam tried, but he did.
I didn't
wrong.
enjoy it at all.
No,
Because he didn't do it right.
neither did you.
He poured like the littlest bit of milk and then poured like a full bowl of cereal. And it's like, no, you pour like a bowl of milk and then you do a little bit of cereal, eat your cereal because it's cold and crispy the whole time.
No.
And you pour a little bit more and it's cold and crispy the whole time. And you keep doing it until you're out of milk.
People are
Sarah. I
think
not
it's
tuning in
logical.
anymore to this episode because they're like, nope, can't. I'm done. You lost me.
All right. Well, that being said, you listener, let us know who won. If you are living on the West Coast, why does the West Coast kick ass to you, and why does the East Coast suck, and vice versa? We invite you to participate. I'm sure we're gonna have by this time we'll have polls put up.
Yeah,
on the
we're
Instagram.
gonna put up some polls based on some of the conversation that we had. You know, like
Yeah.
and see what wins in some of these competitions.
All your followers are East Coasters.
Sorry,
I know, it's gonna
Midwestern
be skewed.
people, you don't get to play. You're not
well,
involved.
you guys, we'll tag you guys so you can share it and get
Yeah.
some West Coast representation too.
Sure.
That's only fair.
That being said, we appreciate the listen. We appreciate the download. We hope that you enjoyed the show. We like having Chris and Sarah on as often as possible. It's just a little difficult with the 3-hour time difference. Yeah, that's another thing. Time differences. What the fuck?
Yeah, you guys lost
Yeah, it
on
seems
that
like-
one for sure.
That was the one thing you said earlier, but you didn't say through this episode. He was just going to say, like, basically all of television is dictated off of our
Yeah.
time frame. So we get to watch stuff at 7 o'clock, whereas you have to watch stuff at fucking 10 p.m.
What are you talking about? What is on at 10?
I don't know.
Fucking sports.
Nothing. I'm sleeping usually.
Yeah, the Lakers. I don't want to watch them. I don't want to watch them at all. Anyways, even though they're champions. If you want to get in touch with us and participate in our polls, you can by visiting our social medias.
We're on Instagram at While She's Napping, on Facebook at facebook.com/While She's Napping, or on Twitter at She's Napping Pod, or you can email us at whileshe'snapping@gmail.com.
And where can they find you guys?
Fucking
Don't
nowhere.
fucking look us up.
What? You're on Stanley Victoria.
You can find us periodically on the While She's Napping podcast.
Yeah.
We're on a hiatus.
Fair enough.
I cannot get over the fact that we released an episode saying we're back,
We're
and it's now been like 2 months later. We're like, oh, I guess we're not back.
Life happened.
Our
and-
bad.
Yeah. Sorry,
It's all
guys.
right. It's a pandemic. It happens. Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. Hopefully we can do this again soon. And drink your milk. Take care.